What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to more WWE 2K20 news, and we got a lot to talk about in this video with a heavy focus on this year's 2K showcase mode, the women's evolution, and a lot of new additions and reveal. We're also breaking down the new Legends trailer that just dropped. Before we get into it though, if you've been enjoying the coverage, make sure to elbow drop it and have that notifications turned on to not miss any of my uploads. Always keeping you guys up to date on all the latest. Nonetheless, let's get into it, and the big reveal this week is a lot of new details pertaining to the WWE 2K20 showcase, telling the story of the women's evolution, featuring cover superstar Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Sasha Banks, the four horsewomen. Much like last year with Daniel Bryan, they're going to describe the journey to bring women's wrestling to the forefront of WWE in their own words, with exclusive live action footage, with a showcase that includes 15 playable instant classic matches spanning the group's rise over the last 5 years, all ending with this year's WrestleMania main event, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Throughout the showcase, of course, we're gonna be able to unlock characters, different attire parts for all of these superstars, older versions of titles, and more as we progress through the showcase. They went on to give us the full list of matches that we're gonna be playing through, so let's get into it, as it does reveal some new roster members and also reveal a lot of the new arenas that are gonna be added into this year's game, or not necessarily new, but that are going to be returning since they are featured in this mode. So the first match that we're gonna be getting is from NXT TakeOver, Charlotte Flair with Ric Flair as the manager versus Natalya with Bret Hart as manager. And right off the bat, as you guys can see, we're gonna be getting a lot of women's championship matches. Second match is from NXT TakeOver Rival, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair versus Bayley versus Becky Lynch. And this is the only time that the four horsewomen of WWE face against each other. Third match, we got NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Night of Champions 2015, Charlotte Flair with Paige and Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella with Brie Bella and Alicia Fox. WrestleMania 32, Charlotte Flair with Ric Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Monday Night Raw, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte with Dana Brooke. Backlash pay-per-view, Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte versus Naomi versus Natalya versus Nikki Bella. Hell in a Cell, Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. And this is an important match because it was within the Hell in a Cell, opening a big spot to the women's main event position in a lot of upcoming weekly show and pay-per-views. Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. In the Raw Arena, Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. At Fastlane, we get Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. WrestleMania 33, Bayley versus Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. WrestleMania 34, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. And also from last year, we get the Evolution pay-per-view, Becky Lynch taking on Charlotte Flair. And the last match is WrestleMania 35, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Certainly a lot of classics, and as I said, guys, we're gonna be unlocking all of those attires that those females ended up using during those events, all those titles versions of NXT Women's Championship and the Divas Championship being on the line, and hopefully different character models. Up next, we also got a new screenshot reveal, which is from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Championship. They're just squaring off against each other right in the middle of the ring. I do want to point something out though. During this match, Sasha Banks made a special entrance with a throwback to like Eddie Guerrero as she came in on a car and escorted by security. I wonder if we're gonna be getting this special entrance for her during the showcase. It is possible because when we look at last year, Daniel Bryan did have different entrants for different character models, and they made it as accurate as possible with recreating the right entrances for him. Up next, we got the Legends trailer, and we're gonna discuss it, but towards the end of that trailer, we did got some more clips of gameplays for the showcase. And just to break it down, it featured Asuka versus Charlotte Flair from WrestleMania, Bayley versus Sasha Banks once again from NXT TakeOver, which, just to throw it out there, in the crowd you can see some shirts like the Undisputed Era. They also show Sasha Banks versus Nia Nia Jax at Fastlane, and Becky vs Charlotte vs Sasha Banks during WrestleMania 32. In it, you can see the Ric Flair manager attire that's returning to this year's game, and in the crowd you can spot some Undertaker and the John Cena the Champ It's Here t-shirt. As for what we saw at the beginning of this Legends trailer, the whole trailer started off with a frame of a crystal sculpture of the Ultimate Warrior. Then we simply had Stone Cold Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan admitting to the fact that now Becky Lynch is the man. Then Hulk Hogan says that we all know who the man was during our era, and Stone Cold agrees. But then we get Sting popping up on the right side of Hulk Hogan, also agreeing that we definitely know who's the man during their era. Then we get Bret Hart on the right side of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and last but not least, Shawn Michaels, also sarcastically agreeing. Very cool trailer paying homage to all the legends, and also once again putting over Becky Lynch big time. We also ended up getting a frame of Bayley and Charlotte, but no Sasha Banks. She was probably supposed to be in it, but maybe since all of this was recorded while she was away from the WWE, she missed the chance of being in it. Anyways guys, that is what I got for you in this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to elbow drop it. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comments below. And are you excited for this year's showcase mode? We in the road to 100,000 subscribers. I'm Macho T out. Dig it.
Pretty cool that a woman is the man now.
Yeah, brother. No question who the man was in our day.
No doubt at all.
Zero.
Yeah. Crystal clear.
Step inside and be the man.